Hello guys, welcome to our channel. This is Baby Roll. In today's video we will talk about 25th of March batch that changed few things for World vs World. All of them for the better if you ask me. So starting with, if you have the VIB passage Armistice Bastion, this one they have added new golems like BVB, one there's moving that is heavy and one standing there, legendary. Other one here is champion. They added more when you go to the area where golem is, like this one is new. And they've made a bunch of them here instead of just 3. And also in the other area of the golems only, they made it to 5, so it's like for the target cap or whatever. And they also tell you like it's like a tower guard and stuff like that. It's very decent to have. This one it's like a camp supervisor. This one equal to a tower lord, a keep lord, and this like the stone mist lord, to really test your damage and see how much it will take to kill and stuff like that if you test and build, or if you're soloing keeps and towers like I do all the time. So it's very decent if you want to test your build, your damage, your combos. If you want to work on it, it's very great. In my opinion, it is the most important VIB pass. Next to it, it's probably the Mistlock Sanctuary. This one is very good for Fractal, but this one is for World vs World, and it gives you the ability to duel others and whatever. So if you really have to choose between two, I would choose this one, unless you really have nothing to do whatsoever for any competitive mode. You don't touch World vs World, then maybe you go with Mistlock. But if you even dabble with it, I think this one's even better. And it has the same idea. If you double click, it will take you back to the same area you have left from. It works functionally the same. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about the changes that came to the reward tracks and everything. So, for World vs World and BVB, they condensing the reward tracks into small bunches in order to lower the total number of them. And all the final reward choices of the old tracks will be found in the new one. So I guess when you finish a reward track and get the last box, you will actually have inside it a choice of the other boxes or the old boxes. At least something like that, because it will be too long if it was just a list of everything. So maybe you will choose boxes from inside the box, so you'll be really seeing what you want from them. And the new style will be Living World Season 3 reward track. So one for the entire thing, not each map like it used to be. The same thing for Season 4, so you don't have Dragonfall, you don't have Sunset Isles or whatever. No, you have one box for the entire Season 4, and then you get to choose the reward from inside it. And one region based for reward track, so one for Teria, and you will find one for End of Dragon 2, and one for Crystal Desert, stuff like that. And Triumphant Armor, Hero Weapon, and Legacy Armor reward track. The older tracks that you play in right now, if you didn't finish your reward tracks, they'll still be there. Once you complete them, it's done. It's a one-time thing for all of them. You can play them one time more, and then they will remove them in another batch or in a later date to be removed from the game completely. So if you didn't finish them, don't simply ignore them if you want the reward. So if you have like extra 10 minutes in a reward track or something, you almost getting the final reward, play it now and finish it so you get the reward, or it will be removed completely. We don't know when, but it will be removed. So let's look at the reward tracks. As you can see, the old reward track I actually been playing, it's still there, while the one you're playing right now, you will finish it and it will be gone away. So this is also old. This one is a new one for Desert Armor box, and this is the one for End of Dragon. So Bass of Fire, End of Dragon, and Gift of Battle, and Murder Moskash, I guess it's for Heart of Sauron, and this for Icebrute Saga, and this one is for Janthir, and this one is Living World Season 3, Season 4, and Teria region for the Legacy Armor and stuff, everything, and one for Secrets of the Obscure. Why it's called Amenitas then? Interesting. And this one for all the dungeons, you get to choose whatever you want from it. The Amenitas, it has the replayability on it, so this should be for Secrets of the Obscure. And lastly for the Word versus Word, and that's all the boxes. Now map currencies and material that needed for crafting generation 3 and 2 for the legendary weapon have been added to Heart of Maguma reward track, Crystal Desert reward track, and Cancer reward track. So I guess this reward track will be much better right now if it didn't replace anything and simply be added to it. Maybe that also will play a little bit with the prices, because a lot of Word versus Word player like keep ramping up those boxes. I, for once, when they released the last batch and said they will be changing things with the reward track, I didn't open my boxes, and I had 26 books just in this time from the reward track I'm playing. So if this makes those reward tracks even more profitable than Season 4, which most people actually played, I played for myself. Because if you really want the direct profit, you're not crafting anything, you're not using any material, Season 4 was probably the best, especially the boxes that had 60 currencies at the final chest, not 50, like Dragonfall, for example. So maybe this will make those reward tracks even better, but I doubt it's going to make this much change unless it's something really good, like antique stones or something like that. But other than that, I'm not sure what the materials will be inside. I haven't played it yet, the batch that just actually hits the game. Now, Hearthstone currency choices that give choice of airship parts, lumps of Aurelium, and leyline crystal can now be traded in bulk to Skirmish Supervisor. The weekly Stone Mist Castle Conqueror achievement can now be progressed by capturing a Stone Mist Castle once or defending it 3 times. So this was something very annoying that most of the time I could just give up on. If your server is too strong and you have Stone Mist, they can keep tearing it up, like defending it, and can scale to tier 1, even to tier 3, and no one can take it from you. So now, like, you want your team to actually lose it, but you won't do that. Obviously, you're gonna be defending it, and it's just not gonna happen for this week. And if you're in the weak team, you also can't take it because the enemies just keep defending it as strong. So this doesn't solve it for if you can't take it, you can't take it. It's over. But at least if you have it, it doesn't give you incentive to lose it. So now you can simply defend it 3 times and it will count the same. Emblem of the Conqueror achievement can now be progressed by successfully capturing or defending objectives. So this also is an annoying thing. Emblem of the Conqueror achievement can now be progressed by successfully capturing or defending objective. It was only through capturing. So it built up very slowly for a World versus World player. For us rumors, even Emblem of the Avenger kinda built up slowly because you don't keep killing players as fast or as many. 100 player is like 100 fight most of the time for a rumor. However, World vs. World is designed for zerging, so they don't really pay attention to this concept. So at least for the Conqueror, now it doesn't have to be this low building, so it now can happen through defending. So anything actual gameplay for an objective, whether you defend it or capture it, will be or keep counting through this achievement. So every 100 you will get another emblem. The time required to hold an objective before tactics can be added has been lowered from 10, 30, 60 minutes to 10, 15, 20 minutes for tier 2, 1, 2, 3 tactics respectively. And for the tier 3 tactics, emergency, waypoint, airship, and siege dampener in keeps and in Stone Mist Castle can now only be activated while the objective is under attack. So people would not actually use it as a troll, or for new player to use it by not actually knowing, exploring what that is, or even you doing it by mistake or something like that. So only when the objective is actually under attack, you can bolt the river. Keep Lords base health have been lowered by 12.5%, and Tower Lords have been lowered by 25%. Maximum scaling for objective Lord in Tower and Keep and Stone Mist Castle have been lowered by 60. So the idea is, if you're trying to solo a tower or have like a couple of guys with you, or a keep, is a Lord, is like the entire PvE game is not scaled up. It's fitting for the damage and CC of a small number of players. Once this number go up, his health go insanely high, even the blue bar go high. So the first numbers are for the solo and the low player, which is 12.5 for keeps, and 25% for tower, which is very good because I solo a lot and those things take really long time. Castle or a Stone Mist Castle is the same, nothing changed for it. However, in maximum scaling, or when people really scale it to the highest level, it's lower by 16% for everything. The drop rate for siege equipment from unsealed mist hardened lockbox have been increased. I will be testing this. I have been preparing some boxes to open them. I will be opening 1,001 in next video, so subscribe so you don't miss that. Piles of recycled siege can be dropped from Objective Lord, Towers, Keep, and Stone Mist Castle, as well as from defeating players. Additionally, these items are now tradable. The old ones, however, are not. Like the ones you already had with you, if you've been using or some, you will find them actually not to be tradable. So that's something. But the new one you will get, they will be tradable, and they have quite the price on them. They really rocking up, and until the people really see how much they drop and something like that, and the price actually becomes stable. Right now, they are quite expensive. A new crazy weapon set now have a rare chance to drop from Objective Lords and Towers, Keeps, Stone Mist Castle, as well as from player. The item will be tradable chest containing a selection of account-bound exotic weapons. So there is already 2 boxes here in the trading post. Let's check how this looks. I think it's very simple. So if you like that, get ready to start collecting it, and probably the easiest way will be buying it from the trading post. It's new right now, so it's very expensive. However, we will see the price drop drastically with time. The Warclaw mount ability to detect damaged walls and gates when using the sniff skill have been split into its own skill. So now the sniffs to see player will still be there, but will be a skill on its own, and to detect walls and gates for damaged if it's yours, so you can fix it, or it's enemy, so you see where your Zerg went in and you try to follow them, stuff like that. Or even to see which part that you should start hitting in an objective is actually another skill now. And we already talked about the new test columns. So now as you can see it's here, and it takes 60-second reset, and you have sniff alone, which also detect nearby enemies. As you can see, everything here, it just showed us. And this is the one that show you allies and enemies on the map. So that's it for the video. I hope you found it informative and you enjoy it. Next video will be the opening of 1,000 Mistlock box, if you want to watch that and see how much they increase the siege drop and stuff, what you're gonna get from it. That's it for the video. I'll be seeing you next time. Peace.